What up, everybody? This is Mr. Get Right. Um, I'm back with another review. I'm gonna start off with the have and the have-nots. I'm gonna start off with the have and the have-nots, but I'm gonna do another new show tonight that I haven't done before, and I think it's time for me to do it. But the haves and the have-nots came back on, and Tyler Perry is really. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna be talking about Tyler Perry, but in the same token, I'm gonna be reviewing. Um, Both shows are gonna be Tyler Perry shows. But the haves and the have-nots, and it starts off with David and David. What's his name? What is his goddamn name? Jim. David and Jim going in. He said, "Hannah, what the hell you doing here?" And Hannah act like she don't hear not a motherfucker word he say. She gets to keep on looking at her little papers on the bed, doing what she motherfucking doing. And I'm like, ain't this the motherfucking goddamn shit? What are you doing going through my papers? You ain't nothing but a motherfucking maid, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, So she picked up her shit and was marching out, going downstairs. And David, y'all, I cannot. Because as fine as David as is, David is just, when it comes to Jim or comes to any fucking situation, David is the biggest pussy in the whole entire world. He acts like he's sentencing, like somebody gonna cow down to him, but he does whatever Jim wants him to do, and it's just a fucking shame. What is your friendship with this white man at all? I don't get it, David. If you a boss, you a boss. You a judge, you a judge. Why are you still fucking with this man? And anything this man tells you to motherfucking do, he pays you. He has no respect for you whatsoever. David, you better do this. David, you better do that. David, you better do this. Come on now. Come on now. Nigga, you don't have shit from shit right now, Jim. And you is just running around like you still got money and you don't have no control over not a motherfucking thing. You have no money. I don't, but yet it's not stopping you from doing what you're doing. So Hannah go down this episode, then David gonna go down there and act like he gonna sit there and take Hannah's little briefcase from her. Now I Jim act like he's so sick. Bullshit. Nigga, you was laying in the hospital for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. No IVs going in, you know nothing. You was just no different than Wyatt sitting up in there with motherfucking handcuffed to the motherfucking goddamn bed. Don't think. But anyway, we'll get to that whole little situation because the whole first scenes with nothing but what I'm talking about now with the Hannah and Jim situation. And David gonna try to take the thing, and Hannah gonna take that candlestick and pop David upside the motherfucking head, and that motherfucking bitch stepped the fuck back. And they gonna call the police, and now all of a sudden Jim's coming down and talking to Hannah any type of motherfucking way. And then Jim gonna sit there, don't be talking, wait a minute, they're starting to sound racist. Now, he talks that way so many times, and now all of a sudden, you gonna get offended, like you gonna get ready. What would you do to him if he continued on? What would you going to do? What would be your end game, David? What would be your end game? I don't know what the fuck your end game is gonna be, because bitch, you gonna always. Hold on.
Even before I will. Because you knew you were gonna move on. That's not true. You wrote me off, Marie.
I'm watching For Life, y'all.
You had to be with him.
I thought.
Any man you wanted. But you had to go with him, my best friend. You took him from me. And even when you knew Michael had already stabbed me in the back, you had to go with Darius.
Now you mad? Yo, I love For Life.
What do you think you left me without here?
Yeah.
You really want to talk about Michael and loyalty? You're more loyal to him than your own family. You risked everything we built for him.
reason she wanted to talk about?
I don't know what I want to talk about. From one minute to the next, I don't know how I'm going to feel, but I am here and I am trying to rebuild. I thought that was all you cared about after all of this.
And I thought so too. But I can't, right?
The move.
Not here. Not yet.
That's on you. That's on you.
So what? You moving out?
I love you, Marie.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stop this shit and start it all over again. I refuse to.
So are you going to explain this to Jazz or are you leaving it to me?
Okay.
You think this is killing me?
Anyway,
She's gonna get caught in the middle of all
Horror
this.
Life is a very good show. If y'all don't watch it, watch it. It's very good.
Hey, Jane.
Oh, the first season was, awesome. I love to see a black man up in prison. He got his law degree and all that type of stuff. It's a good show. It's a real good show. And right now he is tripping and he is lunching. And you knew all of this shit before you even came home. Before you even came home, and you was having her do all that shit to get you the fuck out. So what the fuck? Yeah, we'll have to talk about this show too, y'all. But back to the haves and have-nots. After Hannah, you and Hannah's ass. So they sitting there waiting for the police. Now Jim comes down. Jim comes down and he's doing all this dumb shit that he's doing. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on. Okay, so they down there talking. What's the name? So Hannah had to break it down to where he was calling her maid and all this type of stuff, and you don't know nothing about them papers, and she had to break it down with all the things she's been learning and all that type of shit. Okay, she done learned all this motherfucking goddamn shit, and she done figured it out and said some things where they could be saving money and all this other type of stuff, and that's all. Okay, she caught on. Okay, the maid can do math too. She's where she didn't know what was going on. Now she knows what's going on. So anyway. So that was that. Now then there's Catherine, who's still the fuck up in jail. And Marty is basically saying, I can't get you the fuck up out of here at all, period. And so that's just a waste of that. Those scenes are just like this. Catherine, I don't know what you gonna do when they really start coming for you.
I'm asking if you want to fight. You out 1 month and you been.
He said that we were the only thing he was fighting for there. Then he finally comes home, we're family again, and now it's gone.
Mr. Wallace, what's going on? Turn around. Now, you don't have to do this. You violated the conditions of his probation. Listen. For life, the winner.
This is some craziness. Anyway, that would make me kind of not want to watch the show no more, because next week he's getting locked up again. But anyway, For Life, y'all, Wednesday nights, after Sisters. But anyway, so now she talk about. She learned that Veronica was going to be testifying for it. Now Veronica, on the other hand, is having her little investigator come over, and he is fine, and he is sexy. But Veronica is doing the most. Celine goes over to Veronica's house and now Celine, you going over there, you know who you dealing with. I don't care if you're a maid, I don't care what role you play, I don't care whatever, but you know the players, because you've been doing this, you've been fucking the gym forever. So you know if you ain't picked nothing up along the way, Celine, then you know you ain't gonna go over to Veronica Harrington's house and start talking shit to her like she's going to be like, oh, let me do what I'm supposed to do for you. Bitch, that's not the way that you approach this bitch. How you walked out that door when you cussed her out in Spanish, but when she said, what did you say? You changed it up. You know how to play the fucking game, so stop acting stupidly, and you're going to be like, you such a bitch and all this other type of stuff, and you know that this is the bitch is going to be helping you out. And please, how dumb can you be? Bitch, I know you ain't that stupid that you drove out to that motherfucking bitch's house asking her for some fucking help. But you basically gonna come in like, bitch, what the fuck is you doing? Why am I shit? Why am I lost my job or whatever the case may be? Then you don't go to your attorney's house and do that type of shit. But if you do and you're gonna do it, you're gonna go there and you're gonna be humble and you'll be like, please, I'm scared. What can we do? If they can't fire me, can they? Blah blah blah. You don't go in there talking smack like you was doing to her. That was out of line. But then, of course, she was checked. But that was it. So that's all Veronica did. Far as she's after Kobe. Of course, Veronica's after Kobe, so she gonna sit there and do some shit with Kobe. Kobe just don't know who he was fucking with her. He really doesn't. But that was sad. But that's all I'm gonna. This is all for the have-nots, and that is it. I'm gonna make this a real quick, short one. Bam, 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 bam. And we'll talk about it next week. Oh, Candace might be pregnant. She is pregnant. I said this. I'm ahead of I'm ahead of his writing all the way along. When she's been sleeping a lot and just laying around, I said this bitch is pregnant. And so Benny's goofy ass was going back over. Oh, and then the boy who's Mitch's cousin with his ex-girl. What in the fuck type of shit is that? Why in the fuck would you want to be with a bitch that don't want to be with you? And then what do you? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You don't have no fucking game that you think you're gonna tell a motherfucking black bitch that she gonna be with you, scare her or not. And that's the reason why she ain't fucking with your motherfucking goofy ass. Cause you really a bitch, you couldn't even kill nobody. But anyway, y'all, that's it. I'll be back with y'all with another video.